I'm gonna show you guys what I eat. A day of fight camp, we're on the way to training to run 12 km. So you don't want to eat too much. A little bit of cereal should do you well. Apple, water. You really want to fill up on water. You guys are gonna watch my whole eating routine today. Make sure you guys stay tuned and watch all of it.
What's up, squad? We are back. Today we're gonna give you Tito's nutrition or meal plan, what he goes through in his fight camp. He fights the 29th of this month, and we're currently on the 19th. So 10 days. Just surprised myself with that one. So he's 10 days out. We're just starting on the diet to get him down to weight. All right, we're starting in a much better position right now. Last fight, guys, we started out at 128, right? But that was straight from America. So we had been in Thailand maybe about 2 weeks, maybe I say about 2 weeks. And we went to Pech and D. He showed up, showed out like I knew he would, and they offered him a fight. So we weren't expecting it that quick. He still had that American weight on him, that steak and shrimp weight. So what we did was put him on a strict diet. And those 3 weeks was about 3 weeks. It was a 3-week fight camp. So those 3 weeks, it was skinless chicken, rice, fruit, nothing but water, you know, very strict. And he got down to a good 116 before we started the weight cut. It's pretty tough for those 3 weeks, right? But this time, like I said, we're in a better position. He's been walking around about 118. And I don't know if you guys watched the last video, but I said I didn't want him to go through that hard weight cut so early in his career. He's only 14, young boy. So we went up in weight, 111.8. So instead of losing all that weight, so this time the weight cut is gonna be very easy. He's gonna be at a good, what's that? Maybe 7 pounds, 8 pounds. So we'll start the strict diet on Monday. But today we're gonna give you an average view of what Tito usually eats, right? I see it in the comments, everybody, yeah, what's the diet look like? What's the meal plan look like? Look, hey, you keep bringing them comments, man, we're gonna keep hooking y'all up. We appreciate the engagement for sure. So, as you saw in the intro, today is Saturday. So they are up for a 12K run, right? That's about a little bit over 7 miles. Oof. And you don't want to eat too heavy. So this morning he had a fruit, apple, and he had his water, right? You want to drink a lot of water, especially out here in Thailand because of the heat. Because it's like, I look at it like putting gas in your car before you go on a road trip. So you always want to just drink. You don't want to wait until you're training and then try to drink because it's a little bit too late. Trust me, I know. My first time in Thailand, 2016, after 2 days of training, I ended up in a hospital from dehydration because I didn't know the importance of drinking that water, right? I'm gonna repeat that. Make sure you get your water in. It's paramount. Tabernacle. We're gonna give you the lowdown of everything that we eat on the average, right? The good thing about Pech and D is that usually after the first session, the fighters, they all eat together. Downstairs, it's like a cafeteria. And I don't ever go with Tito. I let him go hang out, you know, with other boxers on some dolo stuff. But he tells me that they measure out the food, right? It's like he said they'll eat, you know, chicken on the regular, you know, kai jiao, rice, and each fighter food is measured based upon their weight. It's phenomenal. I haven't seen it, right? But that's what he tells me. As you guys know, my wife and my daughter just got here a few days ago, right? Because we're here full time now. And nothing beats mom's home cooking, right? She actually takes pride in that. I believe so. I feel as though anytime, especially a cook, right? Well, really, anything really. Anytime you do something and it's shown like appreciation, people appreciate it, I think that could be, you know, like self-rewarding, you know, very gratifying. So when she cooks and she sees us smiling, you know, we always say thank you. We always let her know, hey, 10. I always let her know in my Keith Lee voice. I say 10. But, you know, sometimes it might be an 8.3. You know, I always got to be honest with her. But on those days that it's a 10 and we ask for seconds, sometimes thirds, I can see, you know, that it brightens her heart up, right? She's feeding her family. So that's what we're going to do for the next 10 days during this fight camp. So we're going to skip out on the Pech and D meals, and we're gonna go straight home cooked meals, and you guys are gonna be with us, right? Right now she was doing the carnivore diet. Are y'all familiar with that? Carnivore diet? It's like only meat and stuff like that. But it's so close to the fight, I didn't really want her to try anything different with Tito's diet, right? So we're gonna go with, you know, what we know. good protein, good essential fats, good carbs. And after the second session, which usually ends about 6:37, 10 days out, we'll cut the carbs. Or yeah, about 10 days out, 7 days out, we'll cut the carbs after the second session, right? That way he's not sleeping with those carbs on him. But we'll get him in earlier in the day because you know he's gonna work out and you're gonna burn those off. You need that. You need that for energy source. So today, I don't know what she's cooking for brunch. We'll wrap up here. It's an easy day, sabay. I thought they were gonna do ice baths. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it today. But he's doing his bag work right now. They just jogged the 12K. Then we're gonna get out of here, go get some breakfast, and you guys are gonna be with us. Just to kind of see what he eats, you know, all that good stuff. But right now, I'm at the world famous P&T Coffee. I gotta get my daily serving. And Sadiq Hab.
How are you?
Good, somebody my my man. Sadiq Hab. Breakfast. Got coffee. I think I'm gonna go with the can. I always hook up Crew Goon, man. That's the man. Hook up Crew Goon with a nice coffee. Now I'm gonna get a soda. I had a home coffee this morning. I don't need that. I'll take a soda though. I can never turn these down. Y'all get your hands on these. You won't regret it. That's it, bad. Ooh, banging like a crip. Tito's looking very good lately, right? He's walking around about 118, fighting at 111, well, let's say 112, right? So 6 pounds, easy. Chocolate cake. Hasn't even started his true diet yet. So the weight cut's gonna be very easy. He's very tall for his age, strong for his age, very tall for his weight. So he's gonna do phenomenal. And he's walking around with a 6-pack. It's a little bit different in Muay Thai than it is in MMA. I'm not pretending to be an expert on what MMA guys do, but from what I've seen, they cut a lot of weight, right? The good thing about Thailand is that you're training every day, right? You're doing long jogs, you're sparring, you're clinch, you're doing everything. And when they turn on fight camp, only thing you do is raise the intensity, but you're still training every single day, you're improving. And a key that I got from Fet Ek, right, Crew O, from Citropo, when I was training there, he say, a fighter should always have a 6-pack. That's how you know you're in shape, right? So you don't want to be fighting at 150, 140, ripped up, solid. A week later after the fight, you feel me? You didn't blew up to damn 30 pounds, 40 pounds. Oh, well, I'll get in shape next time, then I'll try to, kill myself. To me, fighting, this is my opinion, fighting is just the extra stuff. But it's the journey of becoming a real martial artist, a real Nak Muay, the reward of challenging yourself, and then you're improving. So all in all, you're doing 1% better. And not only that, it's the things you can take outside the gym when you leave, right? I remember before I started training, I was always ready to box. Hey man, what's up? Fight me then, right? But as you train, you fight, you spar, that ego, it kind of leaves because you understand that I do this every day. I don't have anything to prove, right? That self-confidence, it comes out. And I've had guys even try to start stuff with me, and the only thing I will say is, God bless you. All right, because I know what I can do. And as long as you don't step into that bubble, my personal space, you're safe. But words, that don't mean anything. So shout out to the guys that have been doing martial arts. I don't care what martial arts it is, and you're using it to better yourself, to improve yourself. Not only in your craft, but in your daily life, in your daily living, right? Because that's what it's all about. Well, I'm not going to chop it up. I'm not going to talk too much. Let me know, guys, are y'all cool with, me giving a little spiel every once in a while? My daughter says, yeah, I like that. It seems more personal, more relatable. So I say tabernacle. We'll rock with it a little bit. That's my best friend, my best critic. All right, guys, I'm back at the gym. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to do ice baths. I saw it on the board. It'd be cool to get some on camera. But if they don't, might be right. We'll go home, get our meal on, and we'll be back. Tabernacle, guys. Here we go.
So after my morning training session, which consisted of a run, a long run, and some, extra work, now we have our post-workout snack, which is a protein shake, but instead of milk, it's water. Because, I'm cutting weight. I have a little bit of pounds to lose before, fight day. So if I take milk, it's gonna bring all those calories back up. So even though it doesn't really taste good, you gotta, thug it out. So we have water, strawberries, and prime protein. Actually, this is carnivore, whatever that is. Usually, I drink my protein pre-made, but since I gotta start eating a little better for fight camp, I always come straight home and already get to working on my protein shake. And that's like a maybe 25-minute window. So as soon as you finish training, when you get home, take your protein as soon as you get home. It goes and you rebuild your muscles and you become strong. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shower, then I'm gonna have my first meal of the day, and it's Saturday.
Okay, so Tito's in the shower right now. Just got his shake. Look, hands free. Y'all know what that means. I got my camera person back. Shout out to the camera lady behind the camera, doing her thing. Tabernacle. Also, let her know. Can you move the camera to the left, to the right? Last time you cut off Coach's head. Can you back up a little bit? All right, like I said, this is a community. We all want to get better together. Okay, enough of the small talk. What we got today for Tito's breakfast? Well, it's really like brunch right now. I think it's almost 11. It's about 10:30 right now. We went to Lotus, got some roasted chicken, 129 baht. It's crazy, all right? And then the missus is gonna whip up some eggs. I told y'all earlier, kaijiao. All right, so we got those. He already had his chingaderas. Let's see. All right, and also, he's eating light. So what do you think that means? He's gonna want to snack sometime. So instead of getting like chips and Twinkies, ding dongs, all that other stuff, we get fruit, right? So he loves what is these raspberries? She picked up raspberries. The missus went shopping. I told you guys we were bachelors for the last 8 weeks, 7 weeks, and 5 days. We were bachelors, but now I got the missus back and my daughter, all right? The tag team. So from now on, you're gonna see better food, not as much Thai food because we like to cook at home. That way you know what's going into your body. But you saw the lady across the street. She's been gone for a week because of Songkran. On Monday, I got to get my khao mukop, and y'all will be there with us. So that's what we're going to do right now, gang. We're preparing for his lunch. After lunch, schoolwork, right? For people that continue to ask about schoolwork, all you have to do is look at the content. Don't just stop 2 minutes in. Watch the whole thing. You get all the answers before you comment. So we're doing schoolwork, right? After that, going to watch some fights. Then you're going to get some rest. Then we go back for the second session. We're 10 days out from the fight. So we'll start the actual weight cut. He fights on a Tuesday, which is different, right? So we'll start the actual weight cut on next Saturday. So by this time next Saturday, we're going to be going down on his water, right? Going down on his food. But until then, we're going to keep a strict diet, but we're going to do enough that way he can maintain, strong workouts, maintain his muscle, right? Not lose a lot of muscle mass. So that's it, gang. I'm going to get some B-roll of him eating, enjoying his meal up. The mom is going to whip it up real good. And after that, I'm going to get some training in for the evening session. So y'all can see, okay, Tito, I can tell it's more intense the last week. I can tell he's doing more of this. He's doing less of that. So that way y'all not only getting the meal portion of it. I know a lot of y'all are here for watch the fights and the training. So you're going to get rewarded for that too, just for being with us because y'all are friends. All right, guys. Till next time. Here we go. Too fast for him. Stay calm. Block everything. Where my feints at? Where my feints? See everything. Good boxing guard sometimes. Stay relaxed and breathe. You can nickel and dime him. 20 เข่า 20 เข่า Gotta stay relaxed and then get your points. It's only 1 point. Now fake it and do it. He loading up the right. Block. Next time, double that left. Next time, double it. How fast can you double it? How fast can you double it? Hey!
40 seconds.
Oi! Let me see some freak. Let me see some Femur. Let me see that movement. Let me see that movement, Tito. Let me see some movement.
Finished up my Saturday evening training session. So that was the last training session of the week. Pretty long week. So it's pretty good to, when you come home, you just want to relax. Now I got a good meal. So we have steak and eggs. Scrambled eggs, my favorite way. If you don't eat them scrambled, then you're not eating them right. So now, whenever you want to eat, you want to have, something to drink. Not only water, but I want a soda. So you got, put those two together. Soda water. Very good for you. Just, carbonated water. Now, since I don't need so much energy, since I'm not going to be training tomorrow, I don't eat carbs at night. Because you don't want to wake up with that on your stomach because, you don't sleep carbs off. That's what they told me. One thing that I can say about, meals like this is I wouldn't eat them during the day before you go to training session. Because, there's not really enough energy. This is, good protein and stuff, but, you need carbs to push through those workouts. But anyways, we're not going to talk about training anymore. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this meal. I'm going to watch my favorite show, which is regular show. Top 10 shows ever. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to eat this and enjoy it. Very good. Thank you so much. See you next video.
All right, gang. That was Tito's dinner tonight. I just ate myself. Let me rewind it. I just finished eating my own meal. Chicken, a mixture of other things like that. It's cool, not too bad. And I'm going to my own condo, right? We're in the same building, but we have different condos. Go to my own spot. So my kids are older now, right? Preparing them for the real world. So we gave them a little bit of responsibility. Y'all can have your own space. And that way, me and my brown bottom can have our own space. But still be close enough to that way we can monitor anything that goes on. All right, gang. So that's the vlog episode for today. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you didn't like. Let us know what you want to see next time, right? We're here for each other. Let's build a community. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate y'all. Tabernacle.